Okay, in this video. Yeah, it happened again, didn't it? Yeah. Here's the case of brother and sister. This is family love in today's world. This is how close families are in today's world, okay? They're so in love when they're playing a game of cards, yeah, a game of spades, okay, that, well, there's always a winner and a loser in any kind of game, and everything in life is about a game, isn't it? That's right. Everything in life's about a game. And somebody's always got to be better than the other. That's right. And when they're not better than somebody else, they get madder than hell because they're not better than another human being. And there's no such thing as somebody better than another human being. Okay, that's no lie. There's no such thing as another human being being better than another human being. I don't give a shit what your position is. I don't give a shit how fucking much money you have. I don't give a shit who the fuck you are. You bleed the same way every other human being does. You fucking have emotions and feelings, wants and needs like any other human being does. You're not above nobody else. But this is how life is, isn't it? In today's society of wicked, evil, and sick in the head people, okay? I'm sorry, but you've been brain raped from the time you was a child by a television set, a book, and the music you listened to, and the shit they taught you in school. It's been deliberately done. When we talk about the dumbing down of America, it's all around you. All you got to do is open your eyes. So we have a sister and a brother, and they have family love. As the brother and sister can't even play a game of fucking cards. And now the brother's in the hospital with stab wounds because, well, she stabbed him in the chest. She set out to kill him. Her own brother. Yeah, that's family love, isn't it? That's right. She stabbed him. No, it wasn't him stabbing her. It was her stabbing him. That's right. See, and he's in the hospital and she's in jail. Of course, she'll probably get a slap in the hand because of her gender. She probably won't get what a guy got if he just turned around and he stabbed her. I'm sure he'd get a lot more time than what she's going to get. Because the courts will see to that. And the reason the courts will see to that is because they want to keep the division amongst the genders. That's right. That's exactly what that's about. So the courts will see through it, okay? But see our ability to love each other in today's world? See how when we started showing you it happened again? But there is a person I want to give a special thank you, okay? I'm going to give him a special thank you for the It Happened Again series. Because the It Happened Again series was an idea that came to me after a certain individual up here became a complete idiot and used the Department of Justice's statistics on domestic violence, okay, to think he was making a point in our country when he lives in Canada. And that would be Smiling Skeptic, okay? Yeah, so because of Smiling Skeptic, he gave me a brainstorm that led to It Happened Again, which is the truth in everybody's face. And it was a really good idea, too, because it gives people a chance to actually look at what they're doing to each other. Look how we're treating each other. Maybe through this, some more people will wake up and realize what they're doing. What is so hard treating another human being the way you want to be treated yourself? What is so hard to say that I wouldn't want to be done this, I wouldn't want this to happen to me, I wouldn't want this to happen to me? Okay, what is so hard about that and making sure you respect that and you apply that to your life so that you treat other people the way you want to be treated yourself? There's nothing that freaking hard about it. Nothing at all. But you don't want to do it because everybody thinks they got to be better than somebody else. It's always about upping it. Upping it. Yep, got to be better than somebody else. And then the way we treat each other because of the division, people thinking they're above another. It's sickening. It's very, 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 very sickening and disgusting. We're all human beings. It's like the women out there think they're above the men, okay? There's no such thing as somebody above somebody. I don't give a shit what your gender is. And it's like the men who think they're above the woman. No, you're not. No. Because there's no such thing as somebody better than somebody else. But in today's society, nobody cares about nobody but their selfish selves. It's all about their own selfish interest. Isn't that right? It's all about your own selfish self. And when you don't get your selfish self want, because nobody always gets every one of their wants in life, nobody. I don't care who you are. Don't get all their wants in life. That's a fact of life. But when they don't get their want, or they're not wanting up somebody else, they're madder than hell. Why would you want to want up somebody else? Oh, that's right, because you get a sadistic power trip that tells you in your sick head that you're better than somebody else when you're not. When you've never been. Actually, when that power trip happens because of your actions, and you're feeling better than somebody else because of your sick ways, in reality, you're not better than them. They're better than you are. You just sunk lower than them. Immediately. You sunk lower than them. You never became better than them because there's no such thing as better than somebody else. And for the people who do this, the only thing they do is, well, now they're actually lower than everybody else. They're not above the person they think they're above, they're below the person they think they're above. That's what that comes down to. But as I said, it's going to continue to happen again and again and again and again and again until we grow up. Because the one thing that I'll guarantee you for sure that goes back as far as mankind goes, that's right, it goes back from the very beginning as far as mankind goes, and that's nobody has ever grown up. That's right. The ability to be an adult, to grow up and be a real adult. Don't know how to do it. There's very few people that know what a real adult is, and there are real adults. The majority of people failed miserably. From the beginning of time, they failed miserably. Okay, they totally failed at it. And I can say that honestly because why do you have militaries? Oh, you're going to say it's to protect your country. Protect from what? From being a child because you never grew up? That's what that comes down to. You're protecting yourself from what? Your childish behaviors? That's what you're protecting yourself from, your childish behaviors. Because you're not an adult. Going to the military. Oh, grow up and go into the military. That's not growing up. First off, when they get in the military boot camp, they're going to teach you that you don't have feelings and emotions. You kill whoever they order you to kill, and you don't have no regrets, no feelings, no emotions, basically turning you into a robot, a zombie. Because all human beings have feelings and emotions, and you should care about other people. Everybody should practice caring about other people as much as they care about themselves. If they practice caring about other people as much as they practice caring about themselves, you know what would happen? We'd have a hell of a lot better world for everybody. That's right. Why are we in a war? We're in a war because we allow a handful of people to tell billions of people what to do. And why do billions of people allow a handful of people to tell them what to do? Because they think that's the norm. Because they're scared. Because they pee in themselves. Because somebody had a position. They're no better than you. They're a human being just like you. Evil will win when good won't stand for itself. When good don't stand up for itself, evil will win. And if you like your evil, then you should enjoy the Third World War. You should enjoy a Holocaust. You should enjoy a nuclear bomb dropping on your head and killing you. And why did that happen? Well, once again, because you never grew up. And I don't care what part of the world you're in. If you firmly believe you have to have a military, you've never grown up. Okay? And that's no lie. And I don't care where you're at. And as far as the United States goes, well, we're talking about a country that is the terrorist. Okay? Can't you see the difference between Nazi Germany and the United States? See, Nazi Germany was deliberately made the country that was hated by everybody globally. And now years later, as they repeat history, the United States is hated globally by everybody because the United States is the terrorist. That's right. We are the terrorist. That's no lie. The United States of America is now the new terrorist. The war on terrorism that we're supposed to be fighting over here is all fake. It's all a scam. It's all a lie. The only people fighting real terrorists is the people in other countries, like over in Iraq, that are fighting against the United States. Yeah, they're fighting the real terrorists, the United States, because that's where the terrorist is at, the United States. And why did that happen? Well, once again, because we never grew up. That's no lie. It's because we never grew up. And it's going to continue to happen again and again, and history will repeat itself, and you people keep killing yourself, and you'll never know what level of relationship is because you ain't able to think long enough to figure out that how hard is it to do unto one as you want done unto yourself. It's so simple to figure out. It's sad. It's pathetic. None of this has to happen. You realize that we all grew up and realized what I'm saying here, and we stood together and we worked together. You let somebody else be themselves. You don't tell them what they can and can't believe. If you disagree with them, fine. Then change the subject. Move onward. Don't make drama. Don't make a fight. Because no two people are ever going to agree. Allow them to have their own belief. Don't be telling them how wrong they are because they're going to tell you how wrong your belief is too. And now what do you got? You got drama. You got a fight. It's because you didn't grow up. Like I said, it's because you didn't grow up. See, so maybe you better think about this stuff. Because if we all grew up globally right now, we could put a stop to the war. We don't have to be going here. We do not have to be going where we're going. But you know why we'll go where we're going? Because the one thing mankind always failed to do from the beginning of time, and that was to grow the fuck up. think about it. Watch this news report. Maybe comments and opinions. Next video. You have a good one.
A couple of strands of yellow crime scene tape wave in the breeze. Greenville police responded to a domestic dispute turned violent at this house on White Street Tuesday evening. The two people involved, brother and sister. Neither were at home today. 25-year-old Christopher Brockett is recovering in the hospital, while 20-year-old Latavia Brockett is behind bars, charged with attempted second-degree murder. Greenville police say an argument between Christopher and Latavia led to the sister stabbing her brother in the chest. And they say it all happened over a game of spades. Another sister who didn't want to go on camera said the situation was unreal and that it happened so fast. She says the family is focusing on the healing process and that, quote, all we can do is pray.
Normally just hear a car gang lead to an argument and then it'd be over with after that.
Fuquan Artis lives next door. He knows both brother and sister and says the whole incident came as quite a surprise to him.
They get along. You don't never really hear them arguing with each other, nothing like that.
David Brown, who lives further down White Street, says Christopher must have done something extreme to get his sister riled up.
Maybe he pushed that girl to the button.
This isn't the first time police have responded to calls at this house. Police records show they came here 3 other times since December. Twice have resulted in the victim being arrested. A neighbor tells us that Latavia was acting in self-defense and there's a history of abuse. Police say they are investigating that claim. In Greenville, Adam Yosem, News Channel 12.